Good morning, everybody. My name is Suzanne. I am the Community Network Coordinator in the Winnipeg Get Assist office. Today I'm doing some training videos. I'm talking to you about this is for the street ambassadors. So I've started this training video to give you guys some tips and tricks from what we've learned to trial and error. Every city has a different number of brand ambassadors. One of the things that I'm going to talk to you about is when you're out in the community, best ways to approach, housekeeping rules for brand ambassadors, and some of the things that work the best. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is dress code. So remember that you're representing the company when you're out there. How do you feel when somebody comes up to you and looks like a ragamuffin? They back off. So make sure you're dressed clean, your personal grooming is good, you're wearing sensible shoes, and you're wearing clothes according to what the weather is at this time. Right? You want people to feel comfortable with you when you approach them. That's crucial for you to meet your matrix of whatever your quota is for the day. Our full-time brand ambassadors, their quota is 10, but I see that many of you out there are getting 15, 20, 25 requests. The more requests you get, the better it is for you, the better it is for the company, and the best that you represent the company, the easier it is going to be for you to get those requests. I hope that made sense. So dress for the weather, no high heels. It's not practical when you're out walking all the time. Limit your branding. The reason why you limit your branding is what we have discovered is that if you're going into a mall or you're going into an event, you're going there for free. If you have branding all over you, it looks like you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, which is working in, a place that maybe you don't have permission to be in. Now, sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for approval, and that kind of works for the brand ambassadors. So if you limit your branding, you'll have a better time of it. So a couple of things. Make sure you have your invite to the community team, which is the private room for the street team. That's crucial for you to get your postings in. That's crucial for you to get your pay. If you're full-time, we need a start. When you start, you take a picture of yourself where you are. That is very important. So we know we have a timestamp as to when you started your day. Next thing, it's very important when you're leaving that location to actually put down how many requests you got while you were there. Now, when you arrive at your next location, because sometimes you have to go to a few locations in a day. So when you arrive to the next location, make sure to take a picture of yourself, and so we have a timestamp and where you are. It's a good way for you to track what works when and where. At the end of your day, take a picture and let us know how many requests you got that whole day. Snap a picture when you're leaving so that we have a timestamp as to when you finished your day. That's super important. For those of you that are out there part-time, it's very important that you take screenshots of every single request. That's how we pay you. There's part-time and full-time. So you out there that are getting paid per request, you must post screenshots. Okay? Because you're getting paid per request. So you're responsible for your own paycheck. At the end of every Friday, it doesn't have to be the end of every Friday. On Friday, I guess at the end of Friday, sorry, that was a little confusing. It's super important that you all have timesheets that you fill out. This helps us to verify what you're telling us and what we're tracking in the back. We see everything that's going on, so make sure your timesheets are accurate. This way, whether you're full-time, we can track your hours, and I can see per request per day for your bonuses. If you are working per request, paid per request, it's also important to know how many requests you got each day so that you can get an accurate paycheck. Make sure when you're filling out all your forms, when you begin as a street team member, your bank information, all your contact information, your SIN number, and all those things we have, those are important. Sometimes you have to fill out a lot of forms, and sometimes forms are forgotten. So make sure you ask your manager, whoever's in charge of the street team, that you have all your documentation signed and in so that you get your paycheck. A couple of tricks that I want to talk to you about that my street team and I sometimes get together and talk about what's working and what's not working. That's also important. I know you're out there independently, but listening to what's working for other people might help you do better at your job. Okay? The very first thing I do with my street ambassadors here in Winnipeg, and I find it crucial for the success of each team member, when you have your first couple of days, I find it extremely crucial that you shadow an expert. So you can go out, you can see what they're doing, how they're successful, how they're approaching people, what they're saying. So shadowing somebody, whether you want to or not, is extremely important. If you're a first timer, then getting on a Zoom conversation or a telephone conversation with one of any city street team that have been out there for a while and been successful is how we'll do that. Okay? So those are really important. It's pretty hard to start a job if you have nobody to follow for training. And we want to make sure you're successful out there, because the more you're successful out there, the more our businesses are successful, the more Get Assist is successful. Pardon me for being tongue-tied. So those are crucial things. Now, when you're out there getting those requests, a couple of things to do. Ask your managers what kind of categories are out there that are not getting a lot of requests. Talk to people about, different service areas. So things we look for, you kind of want to probe. If you've got a person out there that is like, oh yeah, I'm not really sure. Well, do you have an event coming up perhaps? Oh, it's the holiday season. Are you holding any big family gatherings? Do you need a caterer? A photographer? Do you need, what else could you, a venue perhaps? Do you need to rent any equipment to help you with this event? Look for ways of getting multiple requests from one person. It sometimes just takes a little bit of conversation to be able to do that. So but the crucial part is making sure they all go in as separate requests. Don't clump them all under one request. We have personal trainers, we have health and wellness, we have construction workers, we have people that can help renovate your home, we have mortgage brokers, insurance people, whether it's life insurance, we have people that are financial planners, real estate agents. What else do we have? We have business coaches, we have expert speakers that can go to companies and help them with anything from HR to, getting their own business moving better. We have financial advisors that are there specifically for entrepreneurs. We have, we have everything. And that's the key. Sometimes people find it easier to just go with the areas that they're comfortable with, but really we do offer a lot of services. We have everybody in the service area from soup to nuts. So think outside the box. Have a conversation with the person. Find out, are they a homeowner? Are they a student? Are they a new Canadian? What kinds of things can we offer that's going to help them? Because the whole point of this is making sure that we are there as a helping tool. We're there to make things easier. It could take somebody 10 minutes to make up 10 requests. Well, it wouldn't even take 10 minutes. It would probably just take a few minutes. They could plan their whole wedding if you do it right. So remember, each person you talk to, you have the potential of getting one or more requests from that one person. Make sure that it's put in the right category. I've had people do things like, especially if you're new to some of the service areas that we provide, plumbers don't fix furnaces. And I bug one of my amazing street team at brand ambassadors, because that's one of the flubs she made one time. And I think it's kind of funny. So remember to put things in the right category. Also, extremely important for you is in that descriptor box, put as much information as you can get out of that person. The more information a business owner sees in that descriptor, the more they're going to realize that this is a legitimate request and they should answer it. If you put one-liners like, I need my tub fixed. Well, what's wrong with your tub? You know, are you having trouble? Is it having trouble draining water? Maybe that's a plumber problem. Do you need a new tub? That's a whole different kind of service area. Do you need a new tub surround? That's a different service area. You know, think about what the questions are. Make sure they go in the right category. That's absolutely, absolutely crucial. Make sure that there's lots of descriptors within that category. For you part-timers, make sure that you're taking a screenshot and putting it in there so that we can keep track. Make sure that on Fridays, all of you have your timesheets or your request numbers per day sent to whoever. Copy it to HR, copy it to your manager, whoever is tracking your hours. Super important for you to get a proper paycheck. Making sure all of your paperwork is done and in is the key to making sure you are paid accurately and on time. Good luck out there, everybody. If you have any questions, I'm going to add a couple more details to this slide presentation. So good luck out there. Remember, you're representing Get Assist. So represent it well. People want to make sure that they want to feel they can trust you when you approach them. Always have a smile on your face. Be inviting. Be confident. This is not a difficult job, but it can be a really fun job. Also, one of the things that I just realized is sometimes if there's a really large event happening in your city, more than one brand ambassador can attend that. You can divide and conquer the room. So work as a team. Support each other as a team. Your manager's there to help you in any way you can. We want you to be successful. You can do this. Get out there and represent with all your might, and represent accurately, efficiently, and ethically. That's the key thing here. Always keep a smile on your face. You can do this. I know you can. Have a great day. Get out there and let her rip.